Hi, you guys. Okay, today we're talking about poop. Not a lot of people want to talk about this, but it is a 100% natural, healthy thing that needs, that we need to happen in a healthy way. So if we don't know what that looks like, then we don't kind of know that we may or may not need help. So the 3 and 3 rule. 3 and 3 rule is you should not be pooping more than 3 times a day. Okay, more than 3 times is a red flag. So you should be going to the bathroom hopefully 1 to 3 times a day. And you should not be going less than 3 times in a week. Okay, so those are kind of general guidelines. So unless we're sick, right? Like if we're sick, we know we're in the bathroom all the time. Clearly there's a problem, but we're sick. But if it's normal for you to only go, have a bowel movement 1 time a week, or honestly, I've had a client before that went less frequently than that. So, so you definitely want, if you're going less than 3 times a week. So, more than 3 times a day, less than 3 times a week. It's kind of a red flag. Like it just means we need to look into stuff. Signs that things are not going well, whenever, fecal matter is like dry, hard, painful, it's uncomfortable, or it feels stuck, right? None of those should explain or describe your bathroom experience, okay? So if any of those are going on, something needs to change and we can look at that. But other things would be things that are going well. A goal would be for your bowel movements to be smooth, to be formed, okay? Like they shouldn't just be watery or like a diarrhea kind of consistency. So formed, it should be easy for you to have a bowel movement, and it should be a full elimination. So that's when you feel like, okay, I fully emptied my bowels, versus if something feels stuck or like it's incomplete. So those are some some good things to look for, and also some bad things to look for. So we should never be dependent on laxatives at all. Once we start to use something to help us, basically any sort of medication or drug, right? The more we use it, the less effective it becomes. So, whether that's like alcohol or caffeine or laxatives, like we become dependent on these medications, and that's definitely not what we want to do. So when we're talking about not gut health, that's a whole nother thing. But when we're talking about bowel movements, we basically want to make sure we're getting enough fiber in. So I know we just added in the 600 to 800 gram, goal for us each day of produce and veggies and fruits. So, but we really want to look for like 20 to 35 grams of 20 to 35 grams of fiber each day. I will caution you guys on this challenge. You might need to bring, if you're not eating a lot of fiber right now, you're gonna have to bring it up slowly so you don't have like digestive craziness happening. So things that you can also do to help your bowel movements, the fiber intake, water always, because water, like the water, our bowels remove water from the intestines, and so if we don't have enough water, then that's what dries it out and makes it kind of be stuck in when you're constipated. Movement and exercise, you guys are already doing that. That's definitely going to be helpful. And then also like your gut health overall. So that's going to be your probiotics, the foods that you're eating, the prebiotics, stuff like that. Another thing is that silly squatty potty. Like that thing actually puts your colon and your pelvis in the right position. So if you don't have one, I do suggest it. Not necessary though. But anyways, and lowering stress. Lowering stress is always going to be good for the body overall. It's going to be good for our nervous system. So nervous system, our hormones. Sorry, I'm outside and there's cars. Hormones, cortisol, all of that stuff. So anyways, keep all that in mind. Let me know if you have questions, and if you're outside of those parameters of 3 and 3, like message me on the side, and I'm happy to help you and kind of talk you through some stuff so we can dig into that. All right, have a good day. Happy pooping.